Hi there. Welcome to a special episode of Little Big Knits. My name is Selma. I'm Selma Knits on Ravelry and Instagram. And this is a special episode in the sense that I'm going to be announcing the prize winners for our garment Galore KAL that we had going on for 6 months of the year. It went from October 1st, I think, until March 31st. We had a 6-month knit along or crochet along where people made sweaters, and I co-hosted, or garments actually, could be anything, and I co-hosted this KAL with Kate of Hawthorne Cottage Craft Podcast, which was so much fun. And I really enjoyed co-hosting it with my wonderful dear Kate, and it was really great. It was a really fun KAL. I'm very grateful for the experience. It was my first KAL for this podcast, and it was just super fun, and I just want to do them all the time now. At least for now. So yeah, we had lots of participation, lots of conversation, and it was really a lovely opportunity for people to get on with garment knitting, or continue with garment knitting, or knit their first garment. So in my particular group, we had a chat thread, we had a finished object thread, and we also had a thread for a person's first sweater. In Kate's group, she had the same threads, except that instead of the first sweater, she had the Mount Everest sweater. So you could enter there for any garment that you made that was beyond 1,400 meters. So yeah, so the KAL went on until the end of March. We're now at the end of April, and I'm finally able to sit down and record the prizes. So forgive me for taking so long to do that. So I'm just trying to figure out where to begin. Well, first, I guess I'll say thank you. Thank you to everybody. I think I already said this for your participation. I'm really grateful for the community that it built. I'm also really grateful to all the prize donations. Thank you so much. You'll be hearing about them as we go along, but they're lovely, generous people in our community. So thank you very much. Makers whose work is highlighted as well through these knit-alongs when they donate prizes. So it's a wonderful opportunity to be able to highlight wonderful makers' things. And thank you so much for your generous offers. And I decided, with the prizes that were donated, to give some prizes for the finished object threads, as well as the first sweater thread. And in fact, the biggest prize is going to go to somebody in that area, because I was just really excited that there'd be people who'd be knitting their first sweater or their first garment during the KAL. And then I've also got some prizes for the chattiest of people from our chatting group. So yeah, I guess without further ado, let's get into the prizes. So I am going to start with the general finished object thread. We had 360 entries. I've got all my notes here on here, so I'm going to just lift this up so I don't have to look down. We had 360 entries, all kinds of wonderful and inspiring sweaters, as well as some other items. There were some dresses, some skirts as well. Some jackets. There was I think a couple of sort of coat-like things, and ponchos, and there was just a variety of things, and just so many beautiful combinations. So congratulations to everybody for just making gorgeous hand-knit items that you or a loved one or somebody would be wearing. So I just think the more handmade items in the world, the better. So that's great. Some people, of course, had multiple entries because there were some busy hands in our group who were just cranking out sweaters. I actually didn't check who had the highest number, but I will check and I'll post it here. I think it was 9 that somebody made during the KAL, but I could be wrong. So I drew 4 prizes. And what I'll do is tell you who won and what you've won. And then I'm going to ask you to contact me. The only people that I will contact directly are the people who have won well, I won't contact them, but I'll be contacting the designer. The people who won patterns, you'll be contacted by the designer with the prize. So, for the general garment FO thread, the first person to have won something was post number 117, which was Hildum, also known as Hilda Marit. And so, Hilda, you are winning this skein by Wales Street Yarns in this gorgeous purple. This is on her Dorchester base. It's a 80/20 merino nylon, and it's called African Violet, and it's exactly that kind of color. So congratulations, that is for you. The next prize going out was for post number 315, which is Hakukat. So congratulations, Hakukat. And she made a blofiel. I wanted to actually write down what everybody made, and unfortunately I didn't get to it except for hers for some reason. And you have also won a skein of Wales Street yarn in this gorgeous, fascinating colorway that's actually got gold stellina in it. And this is called her Rusty Metal colorway, and you can see why. It's got such a stunning gray in there. Beautiful, beautiful. Thank you so much, Melissa, for these gorgeous donations. So congratulations, Hakukat. Get in touch with me, and this is yours. And so the next prize goes to post number 121. This is Vicky, who is also known as V Shaw 7. So congratulations, Vicky. And you are getting this beautiful skein. And I have to say, I have really been toying with which one of the skeins donated by Erin of Holland Handmade Company I should keep and which one I should give away. I've really been struggling, but I've decided to give this one up. And this is a 80/20 Southwest Merino, a nylon combination. And it's a one-of-a-kind tonal, and it's just a really neat color that could make beautiful socks or knit in with a shawl. And it will be coming to you with a set of minis, these bright colorful minis, which could kind of go well with that, that were also donated by Erin of the Holland Handmade Company. So congratulations, Vicky. And the next and the last prize from the general finished objects thread goes to KAL 123. And did I say it was post number 23? So KAL has 123. You have won this bag by Ink Bags, which is in here. And I'm going to show you mine, although yours is more of a kind of a dusty rose sort of color. It's really beautiful, but I don't want to open it because I'd like you to receive this like that. But essentially you have won this bag in a slightly different color, which I've been enjoying a lot. It's got my tender here, which I talked about at my last episode. So congratulations everybody from the General FO thread. So next is the first sweater thread, and I have drawn 2 names from that. So there were 14 entries, so not many, so your chances of winning are rather high. The first person to have won is So Can Jo. And So Can Jo, for her first sweater, made a colorwork sweater, the Arboreal, and it was just like amazing. So congratulations for your first sweater. And I went to check your projects, and I can see that you have since made a second sweater. So hopefully you'll continue in that trend, or not hopefully, but it looks like you're continuing in that trend. So congratulations for a successful sweater and for your first sweater. Now, you are actually winning the grand prize in the sense that you are winning a sweater quantity of yarn. So I'm actually donating 400 grams of Malabrigo yarn that I had received from Uruguay. I showed this to you guys a few episodes ago. There's a whole bunch, and I keep looking down because it's here beside me on the floor, but I'm going to insert a video. What you're going to do, So Can Joe, is you're going to get in touch with me and you're going to tell me which 400 grams you would like. You may want to rewind and look again, but you'll notice that there were two larger skeins. These are actually considered 200 grams. So if you want one of these, that'll be one skein. And, or you can get 4 of the 100 gram skeins, so that you have plenty to make yourself another sweater, or mix them up for something completely different. But I just picked up the orange, one of the orange ones, to show you. So this is Malabrigo yarn that my mother-in-law picked up in a market in Uruguay, but they didn't label them at all, which I don't know why. I've seen their yarn elsewhere and they don't tend to label it. This is coming, I think, straight from the factory, and they were just selling it there. So I will let you get in touch with me. Congratulations, and let me know which 400 grams you would like to have, and I'll get that out to you. The second person to have won in the first sweater finished object thread is Fiona, also known as Woolly McFluff. And Fiona made a Reddy. So, R-E-D-Y. So yeah, go in there and check out everybody's sweaters if you're in the mood or looking for some inspiration. And Fiona, you have won. I'm going to show you just a moment. This wonderful bag, which I hadn't shown you guys yet, which is kind of like a sweater size. Made by Sue of the Tangle Skein CA. I love her bags. I've got a couple of them. They have snaps at the top. You can roll it down if you want and have it kind of as a bucket, or just use it as a project bag. And it comes with these lovely, and I love her stitch markers. They're mostly what I use. These stitch markers with a coral colored flower in there. And that will be going to you also with a skein of Wales Street Designs. And this is her Raspberry Fizz colorway, which is just a fabulous color. So you'll be getting those too. So everybody get in touch with me. Those are the prizes for the Garments Galore KAL. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did. I hope you're walking away happy with what you've made and able to wear it. I have to be honest, I haven't spoken to Kate about this yet. Kate, I haven't spoken to you about this yet, but I have been wondering if we should make it an annual thing. Anyway, let me know your thoughts on that. So as I said, I decided to go into the chatter thread and find the chattiest people, which is actually really easy to do because you just go to the top of the thread. It says how many voices there were in the thread, and you get the most, the ones who have participated the most. Obviously, I was the first, but there were 3 other people who were our chatty Cathys. Our first chatty Cathy, and the chattiest of them all, was Margaret Whittle1775, who has been a wonderful participant. So thank you so much for being such a great voice in the group. And so you are going to be getting a copy of the Blåfjell sweater by Ellie of Skeendeer. So I hope you're ready for some color work. The second person who was the chattiest was Melissa, who's also known as Lopsum. So congratulations. And you are getting the set by Lee of Luli, who created this fun design of socks, mitts, and hat with owls on them. So congratulations and thank you also. And the third is Helen, who is also known as Hecky Thump. So congratulations, Helen. You have won a series of patterns by KAL Designs, who is a designer here in Canada. She also makes stitch markers and different things, and she's on the East Coast. So thank you also for these lovely, lovely donations of prizes. So Helen, these are for you. So get in. I'll have her get in touch with you, and I'll have Ellie and Luli get in touch with the other two. And so thank you so much. Thank you everybody for your chattiness in the group, and keeping us up to date on what you were making. And actually it's a great place to show your finished objects and be able to talk a little bit more about them and get some, you know, comments of whatever type, because when people are posting in the FO thread, there are no comments. We just post the FOs. So it's a great place to chat. So I think those are all the prizes. And that is really the end of that KAL, which, as I said, was my first. It was really fun. I really enjoyed co-hosting it with Kate, and I just really enjoyed seeing all the projects that people were coming up with. So thank you so much, everybody. And on to the next KAL. So if you're interested, it's the Summer Fibers KAL, which is going on now until the end of September. And yeah, so that is it for today. I'll see you hopefully in a proper episode sometime soon. And until then, happy crafting, and hope life is treating you well. Take care. Bye-bye.